Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another Lifetime Success series. We are on the journey of success, going back in memory lane. It's been such a thrill to interview and talk with some of my past covers. It's also been amazing to look at, my progress with IBA Success Magazine since then. So we are actually live with Heissam. I'm in Jebailey. Heissam was one of IBA Success covers in 2017, right? I can't believe that so much time has passed by. Heissam, it's been a journey because I think we've kind of did this since 2017, right?
Yeah, we've gone really close, not just me and you, but everyone on the committee and everyone that's followed and supported us and supported the charity that we've been a part of. Jen, let me ask you real quick. When we were talking previous to going live, were people seeing that, or we're starting from now?
We are starting from now. So everything we said behind the scenes was behind the scenes.
All right, cool. Well, I want to bring those things up too, Yeah.
So if you are watching, you are tuning in to some great candid conversation, Lifetime Success, IBA Success Magazine. We are traveling back in time. We're looking at some of our covers. Touching bases with some of the individuals that was on the cover. What are they doing now? So Heissam, you are actually one of the oldest covers that I've had the pleasure of talking to since we have started this journey. Years have passed by. So tell me, what is Heissam Jebailey doing right now?
Well, I was a little late to the live feed because I just came from the gym.
Okay.
Again, I've been trying to go every single day. And as you know, we both have a nutritionist too with Leader Nutrition and Fitness. So over the last 6 months, I've really been focusing on my health and my nutrition because with everything going on with the pandemic, I think the strongest are the ones to survive, and I think the fittest have a really good chance of making it through. Fortunately for myself, everyone I know is doing well through this whole thing, health-wise, business-wise. I think everyone's hanging in there, myself included. So the 2017 cover, I think I was at 200 pounds, and now I'm at, you can see it in my face. It's crazy. I'm at 175. So I've had this journey of where I lost 27 pounds. Not that I was in a bad position then, but I just feel so much fitter and leaner and healthier inside with all the vitamins and the clean eating and the consistency with the gym that I've been doing, And you look great too, Jen. I see you now. I mean, compared to when I saw you too, like you're improving every day as well. And I'm trying to share that message and that vision with everybody else. Like take the time, no matter what situation you're in, to focus on your health,
Mm-hmm.
We've got another 6 months to a year, I think, to get through this whole situation that we're all dealing with, as if the last 6 months wasn't hard enough for everybody.
I know. And, with both of our businesses being so tied up with events, this year has totally changed everything for us. Yeah. I know we've done a couple of things together, but tell me, how have you been able to survive being the event guy through COVID this year?
Yeah, so, there's a lot of people that are fortunate in the positions that they're in. Their businesses are almost pandemic proof. Lawyers, doctors, my friends that are in the roofing business, the healthcare industry, construction, they're doing really, really well. But then there's guys like and girls like myself that were in the hospitality event industry for, 1 year to 20 years, pretty much their whole life, where they made their entire living just off of that. Who would have thought that overnight all the events that I've done or that we've done together would just be taken away from us, because most of the events that anyone does is in a convention center, in a ballroom, in a restaurant, or a bar and club, and those and sometimes in theme parks even. And all of those industries and locations have absolutely positively suffered. We ended up a Black and White Weekend, which is our annual charity event where we raise money for kids with cancer. We bring 1,000 people together. We're supposed to have that in May, and then we pushed it back to October 10. But again, who would have thought that the numbers would go as high as they are, whether they're real or not? I mean, there's so much controversy with this thing, it's definitely serious, but there's some aspects of it where, things just don't add up, so, and that's a whole nother topic in and of itself. But the bottom line is this: we're all in this situation, together. We're all dealing with our own, personal and professional issues through this whole thing. So with the events, so Black and White Weekend ended, and I ended up, canceling one particular event because it just wasn't allowed to happen. We ended up pushing our networking back a month. So what I've done and what we've done, thanks to you guys supporting me and making the right decision, which I'm so happy that we've made all the right decisions since this whole thing started. What am I doing today? We're adjusting the events to go along with the rules and regulations, okay? So for now, on the event side, there's no money to be made in events right now, okay? But there's something to be said about not giving up and staying consistent and keeping the long-term vision going. And the long-term vision going is that one day, and hopefully next year in 2021, that things will start to get back to normal and we can start all being together again, and phase 3 will open and we can start being in environments where we can host, events again like they once were, right? So, but right now, these are the rules. Wear a mask, be outdoors, groups of less than 50, and go virtual like we are now. And I'm happy to say that the last event we did, we followed all those rules rather than cancel it. And the whole point is, we have a lot of sponsors that still support us, that are still there with us. We have ticket holders of Black and White Weekend that still there with us. The entertainers are dying to go back to work, so we still got them. Look behind me. There's this brown box you see. Jack Santiago, who's one of our 22 committee members, those are the Hollywood letters for the Hollywood-themed Black and White event that is now taking place on Saturday, May 15, 2021. I am like hell bent on making this event happen. No matter what the rules and regulations are, this event is happening next year, no matter what, So right now it's just a matter of staying relevant. Now, financially, from a business standpoint, I do have my real estate license. And luckily in the past, I've made some smart business decisions when it comes to real estate, through, condo buildings, office buildings, and things like that. So right now I'm doing a little bit of property management and rentals, and that's bringing in some income. And I don't know, I think things are going to pick up by the end of the year to where we can start going back and doing events again, and always keep an open mind. Right now, I'm really trying to help my sponsors with their businesses. And in turn, I'm really in this business of helping others, So one thing that I've always wanted to do, and the pandemic has caused me to want to do this, and we even do it together as well, is we help each other's businesses, So if I'm looking for a particular client to lease out a space in commercial real estate, you may know someone, and if you have your license, you can get a commission on that. So right now I'm mostly in commercial, but if I have someone that wants to buy a house, I'll refer it to one of the agencies, G World Properties, or one of my sponsors, Will Lavelle with Remax, or one of our other ladies on the cover, Yulia Mariani with Team Mariani, with the listing agency. So I'm spreading the love with everyone, and then they spread the love back through commissions, If anyone's watching today and you have any businesses that offer like referral fees, that are allowed to legally take place. So if I send a client to you and you land this big deal, and part of that you want to do a commission back, all that stuff adds up, So that's one thing that I'm looking to do, is help people with their businesses, and if you refer big business, maybe you can make something in return. And I'm not looking to make much. I mean, right now I'm just happy to be alive, number one, and number two, I'm happy that everyone that's supported me the last 10 years is continuing to support me. And I think, May 15 next year is just going to be a magical moment to bring 1,000 people back together. And I'm confident that's what's going to happen. Very confident. And
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Being on the committee with Black and White Weekend, I have seen, so many great changes, so much growth over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see how you, as the individual that has brought so many people together, your mindset is still on bringing individuals together
Yeah.
in a different stream of income. That just shows how important it is to, invest in yourself in different areas and have other streams of income to rely on.
Right. And a lot of people, including myself, learned it the hard way. I mean, my family included, my friends, no one's immune to what's happening out there, whatever's happening, with so many people having had the virus and so many people staying indoors to avoid the virus, election season's coming up. This vaccine is coming, whether people take it or not. But I really think that after the elections and when this vaccine comes out, and this isn't just my opinion, this is the opinion of many people that I speak about, things will start to get back to normal, right? Mm-hmm. So whether people agree with the vaccine or not, or they take it or not, like me, myself included, I get the flu shot every year because I have a pre-existing condition. I had pneumonia, full-blown pneumonia when I was younger. So I may be more susceptible to having a problem, but because of my health and nutrition, even if I did have a problem, I'm very confident that I would beat it. And all the healthy people are beating it. Heck, all the healthy people don't even know that they have it, even if they do, Yeah. So it's just a matter of like following all the rules and kind of doing what you're told. But I think when this vaccine comes out, whether people take it or not, I think they'll be more susceptible to going out, more comfortable with going out, because things they have to get better. There's no way that people can sustain their livelihood with continue to do things that we've had to do,
Yeah, the world has completely changed since this cover. You have completely changed since this cover. I know when I was flipping through it this morning, just like catching up with my past, I felt so proud to just look back at both of our businesses and see how much growth we have actually done individually as well as together.
For sure. You've come a long way, Jen. I've seen it, and myself, I mean, I've done a lot in my younger years, and I'm happy with maintaining, but I always keep my options open, but I mean, I have a love for real estate and I have a love for events. And if you try to do anything else that you don't like or enjoy, unless you absolutely have to do it, it's really hard to do it,
Yeah.
That's why I'm sticking with these events, even though they can't happen now. I know it's going to happen next year and we'll be back on top,
Absolutely. So now Black and White Weekend Hollywood edition has been scheduled for 2021. Where can individuals go to find out information if they're interested in maybe sponsoring or getting tickets or just pre-planning for 2021?
So guys, I mean, it's real simple because we've been doing it for now 11 years, okay?
Wow.
Really easy. You go to blackandwhiteweekend.com.
Okay.
All the information about the event is there. You purchase a ticket, 1 or 2 or 10 for your family and friends. You reserve a hotel room at the Rosen Plaza Hotel, which is open now, but we decided to wait, not just from a PR standpoint and keeping everybody safe, but also Black and White Weekend is meant to bring 1,000 people together. It is meant to raise as much money as we can for Base Camp Children's Cancer Foundation. And it is meant for everybody to have the time of their life. And I predict that everybody that shows up is going to have more of the time of their life than they ever had in their entire life, because we're all stuck at home for the most part, We haven't been able to do. You can't go to the movies. You can't go to the bars. You can't grab a drink, It's really difficult for a lot of people. So I think that people are going to need an outlet. A lot of people have canceled their events indefinitely. A lot of people have postponed it even into the year 2022. But we've worked so hard as a committee, and our sponsors have put so much love and trust into what we're doing, and the ticket holders as well. They stand behind what Black and White Weekend stands for, bringing people together, showing the time of their life, and raising money for Children's Cancer Foundation. It's not rocket science. It's the best of both worlds. It's good for business, it's good for the community, and it's good for each other. So blackandwhiteweekend.com, book a ticket, book a room if you want to stay the night. It's one big dance and networking event. Also, people stay the night. We have breakfast the next day, and we lay out by the pool. A really nice adult pool gathering on the following day. It's a 21 and up event. You know, the average age is like me, 40 and up, but all ages are welcome to this event. And that's what's so beautiful about it. Black and White Weekend, looking back, every religion, every race, you know, every political background that you have, it's like everybody is welcome to this event. And it's just amazing to see all the walks of life that come to Black and White Weekend. And that's one thing that I really take pride on. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome.
Everybody is welcome. If you are watching this Lifetime Success series, we are going back in time and we're interviewing some of the past covers. Heissam was on the cover in 2017. I still can't believe all this time has passed by. His whole spread was about who is Heissam, and a little bit more about Black and White Weekend, which then it was created 7 years ago. So now going into 2021, this is going to be your 11th year. That alone is just an amazing accomplishment. Like, what advice do you have to entrepreneurs that maybe just be starting up or struggling in their first or second year to hold on in there for 11 years?
So first and foremost, like I did and a lot of business owners did, I mean, take advantage of every outlet that's giving to you in terms of whether it's grant money, which you don't have to pay back depending on your business and the amount of employees that you have, or loans. I mean, there's the SBA loan, which is 0% interest for a year and 1% interest for the 30 years. And then there's also the EIDL loan that is, you know, whatever money you qualify for, and it's 30 years fixed at like 3.25. Okay. So that's the first thing. If you haven't taken advantage of, you know, or utilized the fact that you are entitled to unemployment, if that's what it takes, or you haven't applied for a loan, right, which you should have done a long time ago, it's still not too late. I think there's still a little bit more time to that. So that's the first thing. Take advantage of everything you can to help you stay afloat, right? Yeah. And then, you know, if you have high hopes of going back into your business, like me, I have high hopes of going back into the event business full-fledged. I have high hopes that eventually people are going to travel again and go to the theme parks, Disney and Universal, especially because, you know, I do Airbnb where I rent out rooms to tourists, okay? So I have high hopes for that. Those are non-existent. So right now I'm looking at, I mean, one thing I've done is I've canceled my cable. That's $70 a month, okay? To people now, $70 a month is a lot of money. So honestly, I look at my personal expenses and I look at what I can cut back on, because $10, $120 a year. I know it's like might be chump change for a lot of people, but for a lot of people, that's a fortune, you know? Right. And for me, it's good. So I look at cutting back my current bills, right? And if there's bills that you're paying are too high, there's nothing wrong with calling the company and telling them because of COVID that you can't afford to pay the bill. So you either have to cancel unless they have a special going. And there's never been a time where I called to ask for a special that I didn't get it, right? People, I needed a new desk chair. It was $500 at City Furniture. And I really wanted this chair and I saved up, but I don't have $500 to spend on an office chair. Right. But I went back a week later and they had a floor model at $349. So it was $150 off. Then I called a past committee member, which I'm going to thank right now, Lizette Rodriguez. Okay? And this is the power of connection. She called the manager and I told the manager, I don't have $350. You know, is there anything else you could do? He goes, how about I give you an additional $100 off? So I got this chair for $250. Chair. So here's my credit card, take it. I'll figure out how to pay for it later, right? But it's paid for because I reduced my bills and I called these companies to see if they could lower my bills, right? So my dad says God will provide, and if God doesn't provide, more than likely he will. But if he doesn't, you got to just maneuver ways, you know. And I don't want to come across as like I'm nickel and diming and stuff, but Jen, you know, money since my surgery when I was 22, ever since then, money isn't a motivator for me. Living a healthy lifestyle and covering my bills and having enough to support, you know, others like my family and friends and the charity, that's what makes me happy, okay? The people that love making money and work their butts off to do that, that's awesome. And the ones that are just happy where they're at, that's awesome too, to each their own, you know? So, but I am looking for, you know, other jobs. I mean, if there's other jobs here and there that I can pick up just temporarily until all this stuff blows over, I'm looking into anything right now.
So your advice really for entrepreneurs is to look how you can cut back,
Yeah.
and to
First and foremost, look how you can get that
fit and healthy to get through these times.
Right, absolutely, and look for whatever support you can get from the government, temporarily. Everybody knows everyone's financial background is different, and some things may work for some and not for others,
Right.
But I really do believe that everyone that was in the business they were always in, they're going to get back to that. It's just a matter of what can you do or find work-wise just to get you through, myself included. I'm looking at anything. But in the meantime, I'm okay because I have a real estate license and because I have money in savings. I mean, my father told me 3 years ago, whatever money you have in savings, Heissam, please try not to spend it because a day is going to come, a rainy day is going to come where you need it. And he was right. 2020, we all needed it.
We all need it. This has been an amazing interview. You have just really given us so many nuggets on how to survive. You've given us ideas on how to cut back, which is awesome. You never think about a $70 bill, or a $30 bill, but if you just let that go, you can invest something in your business or just in yourself to have better health. If you're watching, definitely give us a thumbs up, a heart, show some support for Heissam. I'm in Jebailey with Black and White Events, Black and White Weekend. He has not given up, and we don't want you to give up. We are catching back from 3 years ago, and his message is still the same. That's what I can appreciate about you, Heissam.
Thank you. And I appreciate you too, still being on the committee, still being here to support us. The connections you've given me through Damian Priester with House of Sweat Orlando, Said with Leader Nutrition and Fitness, our sponsors, teaming up with them to make sure that they're happy with everything we promised we're going to give them, which we've done. I just want to show one thing real quick. Just the office right here is filled with items for Black and White Weekend. The committee, who I'm so grateful for, everybody has pitched in an item for this event to make you really feel like you're going into Hollywood, and that's why we can't quit on this event, because we already have close to 500 people that are committed to attending, and not a single one of them have given up on this. So I just want the people to know that no matter what happens, 10 months from now, Black and White Weekend will happen, hopefully it can be indoors and out, but even if it has to be just outdoors only, spread out, it's going to happen. So, but heaven forbid if that's the case, we can only have 500 people as opposed to 1,000. Be sure to get your tickets to support the charity and support the event at blackandwhiteweekend.com. In the meantime, if you have any businesses that you need help, you need my help promoting or offering advice, I'm more than happy to do that as well. And, let's just continue to build and grow and be a team, which we've been doing since 2017. And then too.
There we go. Thank you so much, Heissam, for joining us today as we travel back in time with IBA Success Magazine. Stay tuned. Like me on Facebook, Jennifer Yon Agency, IBA Success Magazine. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can see all of the videos that are coming up. Don't forget to click the notifications and follow Heissam. Heissam, give us your social media pages so individuals can follow you and like you if they are not already.
Sure. The two main ones I like to use is on Facebook, mInEvents, Black and White Weekend, and I'm in Real Estate. You can find me there. You can do a search on Heissam. Facebook has a block of 5,000 friends, which I have, so you can't have more friends than that. But if you add me as a friend and message me and tell me that you met me through Jennifer Yon, I'll figure out a way to get you on that. And then on Instagram, look at my name down below. Just put in Heissam I'm in, and I'll pop right up, okay? And then Heissam's hard to find anyone else with the same name. So you can go on LinkedIn, you can go on Snapchat, you can go on WhatsApp, and chances are you'll find me there as well.
Awesome. Awesome. You have watched another episode of Lifetime Success, interviewing our past covers. I hope you enjoyed this conversation today just as much as I have enjoyed interviewing you, Heissam, and delivering it to you all that are watching. Please share, like, tag your friends so we all can stay connected through these times, and have a beautiful day.
Thank you, Jen, so much. I enjoyed being here. And thanks, everybody, for watching. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.